I don't care.
Okay.
Curse anytime you want.
Well, you're a little edgy right now.
No, you're just a freaking bully. Is what
You're a
you
little
are.
edgy.
You're a bully. You're a bully.
You're a little edgy.
You get so offended when people have a different opinion.
You're a little edgy,
and you can't handle it.
No, I can handle it just
No,
fine.
you yell at us.
That's me handling it. God, I don't know how this is so complicated. Oh, Tom Brady's now owner of a pickleball team. Planning for after the divorce. Let's start rebuilding.
Man, it's tough.
What this does here. Let's take a look here. Let's see what we got. Looking, efforting.
I forget we can't have comments on YouTube.
False
on
advertising.
Here.
No,
yeah,
false advertising.
Forward, just like that. T-Fred, any challenges tonight? Phil, what on earth did you do?
What did I do wrong?
Well, how does T-Fred already know that?
I may have ran an ad. Oklahoma.
G of Guthrie's already on there?
G of Guthrie. I'm starting to think that's all a big
Cody
lie.
Knox, sleepy time yet, Phil?
Oh, it's been sleepy time for a while.
All right, let me
I have to. I'm on strong narcotics to get through the pain. So
Well, I'm sure we'll discuss that early and often here tonight.
It's been a lot. Chris, does Tennessee beat Bama?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Does Michigan beat Penn State?
Michigan does beat Penn State.
Yes. Does TCU beat Oklahoma State?
That game's in Fort Worth, but no.
Good game. You think Oklahoma State's got a chance to beat them by 2 scores?
Yeah.
A safety and a field goal?
Like 31-21?
Yeah.
Okay, so has anyone commented on Facebook?
Let me get back over there.
My good folks, we got to keep getting our YouTube subscribers up because I can't bring up these great comments. T. Fred wants to know, Phil, what is your plan to get up to the press box on Friday with your... How does T. Fred know about this? T. Fred's everywhere.
I will be strutting up to the press box on Thursday. I can do anything in pain for 5-6 seconds.
This would be the week for us to play at McGinnis because then you just got like 4 bleachers to go.
You guys remember that time I ate the world's hottest chip?
Yeah, the chip box.
Chip box is gone.
Phillips kids took it.
Chip's box is gone.
What happened? Oh, it's right there. It's on the ground. It looks like.
Oh, that goes to show how much that means to everybody.
We'll get in here in a second.
Hey, I got a question. Somebody else to try.
24 on the Facebooks.
G of Guthrie, Tyler, maybe Chris will carry him. I've been carrying Phil for 20 some odd years.
Facebook or YouTube?
YouTube.
I don't see no comments on Facebook. Oh, so all the comments are on the YouTubes.
Yes, and that's where we appreciate our.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But
kind of yelled at me a little bit there.
I didn't yell at you.
A little bit.
Oh, you're not allowed to yell at Phil. He can yell at us, but we're not allowed to yell at him.
Ronnie's going to have to move on. He's going to have to get over this. Where's the open mic? Oh, right there. Sorry. It's a real thing, Chris. Doing the best I can.
Would you be up to trying the world's hottest gummy bear challenge?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll do anything for ratings.
It's not even. I mean, it can't be any harder than a chip.
How many? Wait, we can back up. What are those things that rate how hot they are?
Skull units?
Yeah, was there any of those in the gummy bear?
Let's check it out.
Oh boy, this might be a mistake. Why can't I see the questions?
The questions.
Yeah, people are posting.
What do you mean questions, Phil?
Why can't I see it? Like you can see it on yours.
You mean the comments?
Yeah, the comments. That's what I meant. Oh, see. Oh, see.
What's?
I don't know.
What is up with?
I don't know.
You have a
What did I do?
what's this circle thing for your cursor?
Yeah, it's cursor. It's the keyboard. You don't have to judge me. You could just.
Well,
Are your allergies about dried up? I mean, see, I can't see the questions anywhere, the comments anywhere.
Look how small it is. Surely that won't hurt.
yeah. See, that's on that one. Is that Facebook? No, that's YouTube.
That's YouTube. I just can't get it to pull up there.
You're on mobile YouTube. You need to be off like on a web browser.
It's 9 million Scovilles. What was the other one I did? The chip.
Let me make sure this is right.
No, what was the chip?
Let me read to make sure.
What was the chip?
1.7.
3 comments. I don't have it on my.
There's no way that's right. That's cap.
You can get a
up?
case
I see
discount.
Tommy's-
You buy by the case.
Oh,
You
there it
wanna
is.
Kill people?
I saw a guy on TikTok eat like 9 of those in a row.
Oh, I can do that. Right.
I don't know why all the comments are not popping up. So do Facebook on this one and YouTube on that one.
What am I doing?
Do Facebook on this one.
Facebook's on this one. Okay.
All right, we're going to get started here
All right,
in just a
sounds
few
good.
seconds.
900 times harder than a jalapeno pepper.
Have you guys done any prep for this show?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, because I've been out today, so.
It's all about talent.
Oh, yeah.
85%.
Let me turn the air down.
Yeah. Get it a little
Kent
cooler.
says don't do it, Phil. So that ain't good.
Well, Kent's never.
Cody says bad idea, Phil.
So this sounds like a really good idea. Then anything for ratings, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll do what's
Yeah, it
needed.
says 9 million Scoville units.
What
That's
was the chip?
1.7 million.
Yeah, he's not doing that.
Is that all it was?
I don't know. I'll have
The
to.
chip was more than 1.7.
I'll have to recess this. Let's see what it says.
Is that right?
Oh, this has 1 billion Scoville units.
It's not true. No, you're just lying. You're literally lying. I think it was, oh, boy.
All right, somebody on YouTube land, find us out what that is.
Somebody says, what about a strong THC gummy, Phil?
Someone's watching from Strive Wellness Lounge. Who could that be? Opening up soon.
Steven, our good friend.
Yep. Appreciate you checking us out.
I was supposed to pull up Facebook here, aren't I?
Yeah, and then we can get started with the.
2 million Scoville. 2 million.
What was?
The chip, 2 million.
You're lying.
It says right there, 2 million.
And how much is the gummy?
9 million.
Let's open the bidding.
What do you mean
Open the bidding.
Well, you got to take money to do it? What do you
9 million? You're damn right I do. You're absolutely. Yeah. My wife might have something to say to that after the 3 days we had together last night. That damn shit. That was a real thing.
GF Guthrie says also officially Phil Strong Mike game Friday night.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, Jim Guthrie. So they were at the game.
No, he was watching. He was watching the game.
Got to figure out. Well, he lives in Guthrie. Why isn't he here?
Well, he likes. We have fans, Phil. This people like to watch us.
So,
Let's push button.
Phil, were you extra good? No, this is a pre-show.
No, this isn't. That's not for me to say.
Oh.
It's for the viewers to say.
Hey, I went back and actually watched the game for a variety of reasons, but
Oh, boy, no password.
you did have a good job. You did a good job.
Well, thank you. I do the best
You should.
I can.
You should do sideline again.
Can't get up and down the stairs. Remember? You remember what I said before I went down and did the post game?
No.
I do.
I said, Ronnie, can you please go down and do post game? My knee is killing me. Ronnie didn't even acknowledge I was in the room.
Next thing I know, you're on crutches.
Yeah, having surgery.
My boss.
you haven't had
My
that
boss said. The boss said, get some clips ready to go for this post game. And you know what? He's working.
Yeah, I can't get the Facebook pull up. I can't remember my password.
You're in trouble.
Yeah. Let me see here. Tyler, 9 million. Okay, so Tyler was being funny. THC, I'm all down for a THC gummy. I've never done those before. Gummies.
We'll talk about that after this.
Welcome to the Open Mic Podcast with Chris Evans and Phil Nichols, along with Ronnie Phillips. The Open Mic Podcast is part of the Second Banana Media Podcast Network. Coming to you live from Guthrie, Oklahoma, inside the Second Banana Media Studios, here's Chris Evans.
It is the Open Mic Podcast, episode number 22. If you're counting at home, Ronnie Phillips, Phil Nichols, Chris Evans, season 2, episode 22. Hit that music. Oh, I missed it. I was just going to talk up to the post.
So when does the next season start? When do you consider that?
2023.
Okay.
I think that's.
What's that for?
That's the way. I don't know.
He said we're season 2, episode 20 or something like that.
Oh,
So I want to know when season 3 starts.
I think
okay.
January.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the podcast rules they have?
Well,
I don't know.
It's our podcast. It's our rules.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, take me 1 second.
All right, Phil. All right, you get the first segment. No, let's get it out of the way. Good grief. Hold on.
It's the pathetic old man here.
Thank you, Chris. It's a real thing. I reported an injury on the job last Friday at the game. I was ignored, and now I'm going to have serious surgery. That's all I got to say.
What happened, Phil?
Well, I mean, we don't really know that part. I mean, it's just...
Does age have anything to do with it?
Well, I think years of working for the youth of our nation and serving our country and...
Oh, thank you for your service, by the
you're
way.
welcome.
All right, let's get the easy question out of the way. Phil,
Yeah.
Are you having plastic surgery?
Well, might be some things being looked at. Yeah. What's wrong with that? You gotta be happy with yourself?
I'm asking.
So I did get asked, would you ever wear a toupee? And this was my honest answer. I said, if I didn't have to deal with Chappell, Duel, Simpson, Chief, Chris Evans, and Ronnie Phillips, yeah, I think I would. But if I showed up with one, there's no easy way to blend into that. Have you seen some of the hair pieces now?
Yeah, no,
They're incredible.
I've seen you with the hairpiece on.
Oh yeah, that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't good. That was long. Long hair and chubby Phil didn't
was
go well
long.
together. We don't go well.
Were we doing a show?
We were doing a show from Legends 4.0.
4.0,
I believe.
yeah.
Yeah, at that time. Yeah, it was funny. That was funny.
I
That's been a
remember
long
that.
time ago.
It was. Right when you first entered, that's where we broadcasted. Right?
Sarah says I need Botox.
She's supposed to set that up for us, right?
All she has to do is set up. I'll let somebody stick needles in my forehead.
Oh, forehead.
Wednesday night. It's got to be Wednesday night on the show. On the show.
There's only one other option for 4. I mean, 4 arms.
Yeah, well, I'm battling the allergies as well.
Look happy for a second. Just look happy. Thanks. Go ahead.
I got allergies moving on too. So
Well, you've had some sickness in your house.
yeah, just one. I mean,
Yeah.
25% of the family.
Okay.
He's went to school today, so he's good.
Well, you had to. We got a game tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's
Pretty
got
big camera guy for us.
Yeah, I went to the school board meeting on Monday, and I believe there was like 70 kids out from the junior high alone with the flu. So it is out and about.
One of the most important school board meetings of the year, I must say. Very, very important.
Wait, I missed something. I was reading Gia Guthrie wanting to bring me a gift next week on the
Oh,
air.
we're going to meet him?
So,
Ronnie got paid.
Yeah, got paid.
you got approved?
Yeah, I got approved, so I got paid.
Well, a pending background.
Oh,
they
pending
don't-
background.
So they don't do performance reviews in the job.
No, that'd be Coach Bennett.
Okay.
He'll let me know if I get to come back.
Well, can you not see the statements?
What would Botox do to you, Phil?
Well, I mean, it's hard to improve a canvas like
That's
this.
why I ask.
But I got a few wrinkles in this general area right here.
Can I count them? Can I count them?
No, too many. It's not that long of a show.
But I think it's more the brown spots than the wrinkles.
Well, why do you got to bring up the disease?
Oh, you remember when we were first working on the lighting in here and all the brown spots like just showed out?
You're bringing up the disease.
I wouldn't worry about the Botox. It's the other.
It's a skin disease you got.
I need you to read that.
Chief Guthrie, what if hypothetically were delivered next week for you, unopened and highly potent?
Go ahead and read that out loud.
No, I think we'll.
No?
No, I think.
Concerned by that?
Well, we would need a medical
Card?
clearance.
Medical card in hand.
I didn't say medical card. Medical clearance.
Well,
who?
It was prescribed him by pharmacists.
That's right. Well, we got 14 of them in Guthrie.
Off of Violet Street does not count. I want a real doctor.
15 of them. Well, now, I would be more than open for that fun experiment, but...
Why would you do that?
Well, I did that once in Portland.
What?
Oh, yeah.
You got Botox?
No. I'm talking about the... So I was in Portland visiting a couple of my children's.
The views and expressions of Phil don't necessarily reflect those of Open Mic Podcast and their ownership. Go ahead.
You done? And went to Portland.
It's open mic. The fans steer the direction of this.
I went to Portland, visited some of my kids that live there, adult children, and
In Portland, huh?
yeah, and they wanted me to partake in a gummy. Thought it'd be fun to have a gummy, the fun kind. And I thought it was 10 milligrams. It was 100 milligrams, and that was the night I thought my ears fell off.
Oh boy,
it was a problem. Tanya can attest to this. I'm laying in the bed, and I literally look at her and go, "Are my ears still?" I was struggling. It wasn't good. It was a bad night. It was a bad night.
So bad decisions kind of follow you everywhere.
Oh yeah.
So we're on for the gummy next
Down.
week. Yes, there we go.
Well, right after I eat the chip. That's what we do. I eat the chip.
Oh,
no, I have the gummy.
That's a great idea.
So I do the hot gummy. Then I have the. Oh boy,
He's on the phone.
this ain't good. This makes me nervous when he does
Checking
this.
something.
This makes me very nervous when he
Okay.
does it. So we need to do the THC gummy, then do the hot gummy.
Oh, see the difference of the two.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This
Breaking
always makes me nervous.
Breaking news.
Where were you on June 25th, Phil, at 12:21 a.m.?
June. He doesn't know where he was at 30 minutes ago.
Who did you just talk to?
No, June 25th at 12:21.
Who's asking?
I went through my phone and deleted a lot of voicemails.
Is this somebody telling you this?
No, this is you called me at 12:21 on June 25th.
On purpose?
Oh yeah.
Oh, was
You don't
that?
remember this?
He was listening to the voicemail.
Tanya called me several hours later and apologized on your behalf.
Where was I?
Nashville.
Oh no, that was a rough night. Woo! Phil turned it up down in Nashville. Yeah, that was the night I karaoke.
Yes.
I was this close to getting signed. I think I had him until I ripped his shirt off, doing "I'm too sexy for my shirt." I started swinging it above my head in Nashville. I was in until then. Yeah. No, that was a good night. June 25th. Yeah, that was fun. I called you?
Yeah, 12:21 in the morning.
Did you answer?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, what if I'd been in a ditch or I needed something?
You would
would-
call
I would've
12 more
answered.
times.
Oh, okay. Ronnie, you would have answered on the first ring.
If my phone wasn't on silent, correct.
Phone was on silent.
Yeah.
No, that was a big night. That was Tanya. Oh no, that was a big night. That was a big time. I got video of that night actually. That was yeah. Yeah, no, karaoke with Phil is an experience. Say the less. It's just safe to say there's not much ability and there's even less inhibitions.
We got some comments I'm going to share on Facebook. Stay tuned, Phil.
Oh,
We got
boy.
a Jeff Chappell question coming up here in a second.
Jeff Chappell.
Billy Poplin. Phil needs a Chris Gaines hairpiece.
That's what it was that
That's
night.
what it was.
It
Yes.
was that night.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a trick question. Mr. Chappell wants to know, Phil, how's the knee?
He talked about it when we first got
About
on.
that, but I think this is you probably need to answer this one specific.
Well, Jeff, you saw the X-ray yesterday. So I think you know it's a very long road ahead for me. Did you see the X-ray?
I think I know exactly
Yeah,
what you're talking about.
Steve says just do Botox on one side.
Well, no, that would okay. I guess that's what he's wanting. Oh, just do. Oh, he would know actually. So what do I do here? One side.
He knows he's Botox guy too.
Well, I think he does everything else. He must know about that. He knows what he's doing. He's a medical professional.
Tommy says, I can't eat on camera, but can't be on the phone. Well, I was seeing if it was Phil's voicemail was
Playable.
playable.
Was there cursing involved?
You called me a name, but nothing.
Nothing unusual.
Was it
Yeah.
a curse word?
No.
Was I pretty wound up?
No, this is everyday Phil.
Oh,
At what time?
12:21.
No, I can't remember.
that's Central Standard Time over there in Nashville still.
Yeah, it is. All right, so let me.
Oh no.
It's not bad.
Was I into the soda pops a little bit?
You're not that young. You're not that nice.
What?
You really are.
You're not that nice. Yeah, it's
I'm
true.
going home. Where am I going?
Where am I going?
I'm going to the hotel. You're really not that nice. You got everybody fooled. Sorry, bastard.
Sorry, bastard.
That's pretty mild.
Oh yeah, no, that's why.
I
Very
don't
mild.
remember
Yeah.
that call at all, but that was pretty mild. Yeah, that was a big night. Big night. Big night. Mr. Chappell, my knee will be fine after extensive surgery. You know what? I'm glad Mr. Chappell commented. You want to know why?
Sarah wants to karaoke with you, Phil.
It's fun, Sarah. It's fun.
You ever been to a piano bar?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I love piano
Yes.
bars.
I've been to
It's fun.
one in San Antonio.
No, it's
It was
fun.
awesome.
No, piano bars.
I've been to one in San Antonio. I've been to one in Little Rock.
Man, they go from like dancing in Meet in the Middle to Snoop Dogg.
Oh yeah,
Oh, no, piano bars are a
piano bars are
blast.
awesome.
Absolute blast.
What were you saying, Phil?
He forgot.
Yeah.
Mr.
he's
Chappell.
he's
No, I
saying
remember this.
Chappell, yeah.
Mr. Chappell. Mr. Chappell. Since I found out about my dire diagnosis with my leg, it's probably going to end my sporting career.
He's got a torn ACL on his knee.
I don't have an ACL in my knee right now. I got worse. It's a knee replacement. That's what's happening. Yeah, but Mr.
Oh, I meant Tommy John in your knee. I messed that up.
Tommy John in my knee.
You got
yeah.
Tommy John in
Yeah,
your
but
knee.
I'd had my athletic career was cut short. I had Tommy John surgery in both of my knees. The big thing. The big thing I want to ask Mr. Chair's the X-ray from my.
I've seen that
Yeah,
before.
I mean, not so much here, more right through here is the problem. There's a gap right here, but it's not as long as right here. So, there you go, Chris.
Yeah, no.
Be careful. Yeah.
Holy.
But so I called Mr. Chappell since I've got my diagnosis, which is serious, Chris. I mean, not people make it through this. I mean, it's in play. And I knew Mr. Chappell had a similar procedure, so I reached out to him to say, hey, who was your doctor?
Kent Luck has a follow-up on this as well.
Okay, very good. Who would you recommend? I've called him 2 nights in a row.
Oh, no answer.
Ignores me.
Wow. Did you dial 405 then his number?
Oh, no, I got his voicemail.
Oh, voicemail.
Oh, no, it's a
He
real
has a
thing.
voicemail now?
I can show you the calls where he does.
No, I believe you.
Yeah, no, he doesn't
Did
answer
you call
me.
during work hours?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
I mean, no. I called him in an evening. He was at the hospital with a loved one that was sick, so can't completely blame him for that.
But you will.
But actually, no, you know what? That wasn't for that. No, I've been 2 missed calls, and he blew me off on that. I mean, that's a dire.
That's a big problem.
That's a big problem right there. That's a big problem.
We moved on from that one.
Not me. That's a big problem. Go ahead. You had a follow up from Kent.
Yeah, Kent on our YouTube feed says, Phil, I've had 4 knee surgeries. Recovery gets a lot rougher, as in Muskogee rougher, the older we get. And he's younger than you.
Well, I'm not okay with this. Look what.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, that's not very nice.
Who's Meanie Head?
Meanie Head. That's Jeff Chappell. Meanie Head. That's his nickname. Meanie Head. Yeah, I know. I've had a few of these knee surgeries over the years. I'm not looking forward to this.
Phil G. of Guthrie says, make sure you do your PT post-op. It's vital to your recovery.
Yeah, I had a long talk. Some would call it a lecture today.
Lecture.
Yeah, from somebody very near and dear to me. Said I
Eric Carlo?
need to take this very serious, the post-op. That's the big part. Now, I think I'll be like 30 again after I have this done. And the knee pain's been there a long time. So this would be good. This would be good.
So
They'll
this
cut everything off.
surgery's in January?
There's room to spare in some areas. Do what?
Surgery in January?
I'm hoping it's got to be post-state championship games because we have responsibilities to the children.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm going to.
And free food?
That's tomorrow. Well, yeah.
We're recruiting all week long.
That's tomorrow. That's the meeting tomorrow at 8 a.m. Go talk to,
early.
Go,
Good grief.
well, I had an option between 8, 10, or 2. We got a football game tomorrow afternoon, so 2 wouldn't be good because I wouldn't mentally be there. Wouldn't know when I'd get back. 10, I got to start preparing for lunch. We got to figure out where we're going to eat. You know this is true.
Oh, Thursday is an open
lunch day.
Open lunch day, yeah.
So tomorrow's a big day for me. I have had an opportunity to strut with Chapel and everybody in the room.
You ain't
since my
strutting
diagnosis.
with your
Well, I
crutches.
can strut with my crutches. You saw it earlier. Maybe it was more of a flailing, but I mean, I was
moved in here pretty quick.
No, I can move. Yeah, I can move. But what would you say if somebody you always call them and you have serious questions and they just ignore you? Would you eventually just move on, remove those people from your phone, and just know that you don't mean that much to them, or would you?
Yes, you find out who your friends are. Trace Lawrence once said it.
Need a couch, need a floor, need a bus fare.
This is your damn fault right here.
Man, I've been there.
This is your fault. This is your fault. Oh, boy.
By the way, Trace Lawrence is coming back to Oklahoma.
Oh, here we go.
Here in November.
Well,
That'd be fun.
Miami, Oklahoma.
That's too far.
yeah.
That's too far. Oh, so
Oh, no.
Tim, we can go stay at Tim's house. Good little
have-
poker game going.
Yeah, they have nice lodging areas up there. Make it a fun weekend. It's on
Where's
a
this
Saturday.
at?
Miami, I think November 19th.
At least you said that.
Tracy
right.
Bird with Tracy Lawrence. I've seen both.
Oh, what have we got? Oh, get a cadaver ACL. Yeah, it's like, I got to have more than the ACL, Tommy boy. Let me see. Great sold out show, but don't worry, we saved you guys all shirts. Well, thanks, Tommy. That's nice of you. I saw they crowned a new BCW world champion at the show. Staying hydrated will help with post. Okay, this leads to a couple questions. What's the best fluid to be hydrated on?
Alcohol.
Okay, that's Ronnie's vote. Chris?
I was speaking for Sarah.
Oh, yeah. Chris?
Water?
Water. Well, that sounds utterly boring.
Boring. Yeah.
What was the question? I didn't. You're not the only one that's fighting right now.
What? This is bad for you. What's going on?
It's the same allergy he's had since he was 1.
1/2. Just allergy pressure.
Well, can you get surgery? Get that reamed out up in there?
Oh, yeah, you could. Yeah.
Clean that
No, I
out?
can't do that.
Oh, no.
Why not?
That hurts.
He'd much rather have life
one
of
nostril
pain.
and out the other?
He'd rather have a life of pain instead of 5-minute procedure.
Have you ever done the thing up the nose and out the nose?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Tommy says get a whole leg maybe. Now we got
kettle?
jokes.
Phil, have you done? Yeah, you
What done?
the water up the nose and flush out the.
Oh, yeah.
You
I've done a
hold
lot
it.
of things up the nose over the years.
God Almighty!
What?
Nothing.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I mean, you got nasal spray. You got allergy spray.
It's true.
I took medicine,
Yeah.
but it's just. I think. Let's see. What time did I take? It's
Well-
probably wearing off now. But
God, I hope not if this is how.
what was the question about the beverage?
What's the best beverage to stay hydrated post-operative surgery?
Oh, water. They'll give you ice chips.
Ice chips.
Yeah, that's the post.
Anything in the ice chips or just
Just, ice.
High quality H2O, right?
Yeah.
high quality H2O? Now, on the visiting schedule, I'm going to be in the hospital if everything goes as we plan, a couple days. If there's
Prayers to you and your
any-
family.
If there's any complications, it could be extended.
Well, they put you under for this.
Oh, no, believe me, I've had that whole talk. Yeah, I don't like that.
People don't normally wake up from
Wake up
your
co-
age.
Wake up cold.
Don't wake up cold. This is healthy. This is good. So, I think you got to live stream post-op. I think you got to be there to live stream.
That'd be good, yeah.
Yeah.
Were we allowed in there?
Yeah, I got you down on the list of approved people. Yep.
Everyone's saying water. Everyone's saying water.
Electrolytes, water.
Sarah's rolling your eyes at you, Ronnie. She probably don't want that. You might want to slow it down a little bit. GF Guthrie says gummies. He keeps going back to the gummies.
There's a real possibility G and Guthrie and I might become very good friends.
Earlier, Cody Knox said they're now prescribing 200 milligrams when you took. They said they are prescribing that now.
I think it was 100 or it was a bunch, and my ears fell off.
Yeah, 100 would be a lot.
I see a new member on the stream.
Yeah. Pedialyte.
Dinker,
Okay, I like
Mitch.
that.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Who said that?
Dinker Mitch.
A new one.
We appreciate that. That's
I
awesome.
don't promote that kind of stuff at all.
Well, when you
70s you did.
when you subscribe and comment, I'll mention your name.
It was, 70s and 80s were great decades.
You could make a lot of money back in those days.
Well, if you were a hardworking person and wanted to commit the time and effort to improving yourself, you can make money doing anything.
See, that's my point exactly. I told you.
Okay.
See? Told you.
Oh, boy.
See?
Ronnie's got problems at the house.
Is that live?
This is just now. When I
And that's firm. That's a firm. That's not like a lazy one.
Yeah.
like those are
girl.
those are
No,
like,
no, she means it.
When I was speaking, I said, "Well,
she means
I'm
it.
Those
talking
phalanges
talking
are
for Sarah.
stretched.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. See, I told you, right there.
Yeah.
Oh, always.
I wish I had stuff to show you on my phone. I guess I just play audio. You guys
Where's
got
your
pictures.
Where did Mr. Chappell go when I called him out about not answering my phone
He's
calls?
gone. He's
He's
Yeah, see,
been
he
gone.
doesn't this is my whole
He's been
point.
gone for a long
you
time.
took a viewer away from us.
He's listening right now.
No, he was. Not
No,
anymore.
he's
Probably getting ready for work.
Well, it depends on what you call work, but yeah.
PD light, water.
Hydration, banana bags are great. Okay, I'm down with that. I don't know what it is, but I'm in. Oh boy,
It's got
And
banana.
Janet's
So it's
on.
got to be. It's got to be good.
Would banana pudding help after post surgery?
Oh, speaking of that, she's gonna be selling that. She's gonna be selling her banana pudding at the church she talked about last week. Next
West
month.
United Methodist Church.
Yep.
What
West
days
United-
again?
It's gonna be in November. I'll get you the dates.
And
But
Janet, tell us the dates for the.
Was it November 5th? Is that the
I
Saturday?
can't remember, but tell us the dates again on the banana pudding and fixins.
I want to say
you, at
the
November
church.
5th, West United Methodist Church.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, you need to.
it's a vitamin hydration.
Those are good. If you want some banana pudding, that's where you need to go to get it.
November 5th. Cousin Nate says November 5th.
November 5th.
November 5th. It's the
Banana pudding.
It's the best banana pudding in the world. Do I have any people
I second.
Chris?
Yeah, it was good.
Best in the world, Chris.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, you can say it.
I would pay for it.
Oh, well, that says a lot right there.
Well, November 5th, you can.
Chris pays for it. That's
Yeah.
a real thing.
I bought your lunch.
When you
When?
leave
No,
it.
I bought your dinner
When?
last Thursday.
Oh no, I appreciate the post game meal that you took us on after the state championship games
Oh
last
yeah, I
Saturday.
paid. I got 2 of your meals.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. At a Bricktown restaurant too.
At a Bricktown restaurant, Philly cheesesteak.
Breaking out all
It was
the
good.
company card when Phil's not around.
I did for you last Thursday.
Where did we go last Thursday?
We didn't go anywhere last Thursday.
That's right.
I mean, you might have had lunch together. But
Week before.
Okay, the week before.
Yeah.
Banana.
that was a convenience
I
store,
really
wasn't
thought chili would heal my tummy.
it? No. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Phil wasn't feeling
Chili,
good.
onions, and
So he gets a chili burger with onions
Yeah.
and a tall glass of
Water.
Yeah.
But remember I came out, I was feeling it. I said, you know what?
I feel good.
I think I just needed to eat. My tummy's really settling down. Well, it was a little rough after that. The rest of the night, it wasn't good. Ivy and Kara and NP to go will deliver it. Janet and Phil needs his own banana pudding post-op. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I love your wife. Where did she go? Did she lose a bet? What's going on?
She went to Lawrence, Kansas to watch the Jayhawks get beat.
Oh, college game day. College game day. Took 2 of the kiddos.
yeah,
The other one went to work.
The youngest worked with you guys all
Had to
day. Did
work.
you buy his meal?
sure did.
Sure did.
Okay, what'd he have?
He had fruits.
Grapes.
Um,
Kell had a good meal.
Kel did?
Yep.
Kell had the
We put in a full day. We left the house at 9:30.
It was 11-hour day.
Yeah, it was
You
11-hour
guys
day.
did. Seriously, I saw that. I thought you'd be home.
I think Candace had a burger or something. I think he just had cheeseburger.
Yeah. Kell Evans
Ate well.
has a new job as well.
Yep,
He'll continue to do what he's already done, but and big news from Kell last week, right? As far as education, I mean, he's made some decisions for himself.
We think so. And
Yeah.
the dotted line hasn't been signed yet.
yeah.
But
That's good, though. That's
yeah,
really
It
good.
is good.
Oh, Janet will deliver some banana pudding to you. Aunt Janet's the best. Absolute best.
So,
Yeah.
Jeff Guthrie wants to know if you're going to the Wine Fest this weekend on your crutches.
Oh, I'll be there. Did he say wine?
Wine, yes.
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah. Oh, what day is that?
I don't know.
Is it Saturday? I think it's Saturday.
I'll be in Kansas Saturday.
I think it's Saturday, and I think
I'll be in Oklahoma City, Bricktown again Saturday.
Saturday, and I think we're departing Guthrie probably around noon. We're going out of town as well, meeting with some family. We have a revival.
You can be in Kansas too?
Yep, we have a revival Saturday night up near the border of Kansas and Oklahoma.
Oh, we'll sleep in the Oklahoma side then.
No. The big one's on the Kansas side.
Oh, no.
The Star.
Oh, no. We'll be over. Well, at the Revival, I don't pick where the Revivals are at. The Revival is near Ark City, Kansas.
I will be in Ark City, Kansas, Saturday.
Time out! we didn't know this. With some friends?
It is our annual Cali County Baseball Alumni Golf Outing, Saturday.
I almost guarantee you I will see you at the Revival Saturday
So
night.
I will be there Saturday morning, tee off at 9 a.m. at Ark City Country Club.
Saturday night, 9 a.m.
9 a.m. Saturday morning.
Any other Guthrie Cali alums going with you?
No, I asked them all. They all said no.
Well, we're going to be having a Revival not far from there. I think you know where to find it.
I know exactly what you're
Bright
talking
lights.
about. Yep.
Well, Jesus, bright lights. Yeah.
You have to pay to get in?
No.
Not to heaven.
Because that's already been paid for.
Well, absolutely. Blood of the Son.
Online church?
Well, I don't know if we'll be online for this one. This will be more of a live event.
Well, I'll be at a concert Saturday night.
Oh, where are you going?
The downtown arena.
Oh, Reba. Is it Reba?
Oh, you're going to Reba Saturday night?
Reba Saturday night.
You
Who's
face.
opening for her?
Terry Clark.
Ooh,
Oh.
still wear the cowboy hat?
Oh, I bet she does.
Circa late, 80s, early 90s, Tara Clark? Or
Oh, no, she's mid to late 90s.
So you going to film Fancy for me?
Yeah, I can film it for you.
Thank you.
sweet.
It's the last song of the night, and she wears a red dress, right?
Well, I don't know if she still does, but she does.
Yeah.
She did before. I don't know if she can change that fast anymore, but
Well, why couldn't she change that fast?
she's a little older now. Just like you, Phil. Your knee don't work no more, does it? Things happen.
I'll have a robotic knee.
The Reba place
long.
down in Choctaw Land.
Yeah.
She's going to open up Reba's place.
Well, we went to the same college together. We both graduated from Southeastern Oklahoma State University. We're basically family.
Sarah just said, my mom just asked if this is a church revival. What church? Sarah, I'm glad you asked. This is, a lot of people don't know this, but Chris and Ronnie are proud Native Americans. True?
That's correct.
True?
Absolutely.
Right. No, I'm being serious.
Yeah.
You guys both. Your tribe is...
Choctaw. Halito.
Oh, boy. Okay. A little deeper than I thought it would. Ronnie?
Chickasaws, Cowabunga.
Okay. I'm going to be at the Seven Clans Church, Yatahe. So, yep, there's a big conference room at the Seven Clans facility down there.
Bright lights.
Oh, bright lights.
Only winners will be there.
Oh no, there's only winners.
That's what I said.
Oh yeah, only winners. I even know the first what pew I'm going to set in first when I get there.
You guys going to have a banana revival.
Oh, there'll be a revival. That'll be good. You going to come see me at the revival?
Maybe.
Well, what else are you going to be doing?
I don't think Sarah has plans for me.
Oh,
later
you're
that
coming.
evening.
You're planning on coming home after the golf day?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you got a room. You got a room?
Actually,
There's an opening.
I actually have.
Yeah.
So, if you go to a lot of revivals,
Chris, I'll need my check by tomorrow, please. Thank you.
if you go to a lot of revivals, the church, Jesus,
Of course.
will give you-
Congregation.
well, yeah, they'll give you rooms. If you go to a lot
For
of
free?
revivals.
Free meal.
Well, I mean,
free meals.
It's your heart, and
They always give out free meals as well.
to me, unfortunately, I get free meals a lot at these places. But yeah, no, we got a room. I think the last time I checked, church said I had stored up about 14 free rooms, so we're good.
Oh, so I can get a room then.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Miss Sarah can meet you there.
Real quick, we got to, we wouldn't be able to move on without addressing Kent. He's been waiting patiently since 6 o'clock
Oh, Kent.
to address the Oklahoma-Texas football game.
Oh,
He
boy.
doesn't want to talk about his alma mater, but he wants to talk about Oklahoma Sooners.
Well, okay, no, we can do that, Kent.
Okay, go right ahead.
You want me to start?
Yeah, go right
Well,
ahead.
you know what? I think Ronnie should start.
Yeah, I think that.
Ronnie, go ahead.
I don't know anything about the game. I was working with my brother. We had an 11-hour day calling Class A and Class B state championships. 2 really good games. A couple undefeated teams, or a couple of number one teams went down. so I was unable to watch the game. I heard what the score was.
You never checked in throughout the day?
No, did not.
Not once did you check your phone?
We're professionals.
Not
and
once?
I didn't.
We were professionals, and we didn't have time to do that.
Not once.
Not one time.
Not one.
Not one time.
Day.
Not one time when we got on there. Did I?
What time did you go on the air?
12:05.
Okay, so from 11.
Me and Cannon were down on the field.
Okay, I'm gonna take you at your word.
Don't want to.
No, I'm going to take him at his word. Kent,
I got pictures.
Kent, I can break down the Oklahoma Texas.
Kent did say he texted Ronnie a few times
And didn't reply?
He hasn't stopped. He hasn't stopped for 3 weeks. Just
about
so you
LSU.
know. No, Oklahoma.
Oh.
Well, no, I'm going to give you. No, I'm pretty impartial when it comes to Oklahoma. I really am. No, I am. I mean, I think college football is better when Oklahoma's good. I do. I think it's good for college football. It's hard to win games against average teams when you don't have a quarterback that can execute the offense and get something going. It's awful hard, right?
Backup quarterback, yep.
Backup quarterback. Young man was a backup at Pitt. I think he threw 27 or 28 passes in 3 years at Pitt. So he is what he is, right? And with all due respect to the young man, he is what he is. What I'm more concerned about at quarterback is what does that say about –
He didn't play defense.
I'll get to that.
Okay.
What does that say about your other backups? You know, I mean, what does that say?
General Booty, that's the quarterback's name.
Great name.
General Booty had shoulder problems, so he was out.
Okay.
So he was out of the game, and then Nick Evers, the once Florida commit, then committed to Oklahoma.
Who was the junior college player of the year last year? At quarterback. Somebody told me that they had him on the bench.
I don't know.
I don't know that.
But Evers was a four-star recruit out of high school. Mm-hmm. I guess he got to play late in the game from what I was told.
Late in the game, yeah.
But that's who I think they should have played again. I'm not a coach, so I don't know what's going on. But Evers would have been a good idea. But again, I always come back to the Nebraska game for Oklahoma. They had opportunity because Davis played the entire second half against Nebraska because it was a blowout, right? And not once or twice maybe he threw the ball. So that's your opportunity to get some work in the game situation. Because again, me and Chris text back for the day and said he's one injury away from being the starter, right? And that happened against your biggest rival, and he had no game experience of throwing the football. And a real good atmosphere in Lincoln would have helped that.
Yeah,
it wouldn't have made a difference in the game by any means. No chance.
No,
but it gave the kid some at least some experience. But as far as quarterback play for Oklahoma, they're gonna be just fine. Okay, they got a kid coming in next year from Geyer, Texas. Jackson.
So you're not talking about the rest of this year. You're talking about next year.
Yeah. No. Again, we kind of talked about off there. The stuff that Brent Venables wants to do, he has to get his recruits in to do the things he wants to do. So
he's a big believer on defense and the three-man front.
Yes. So the guys that are in there now are mainly are Tebow's guys. Yeah. So again, he's got to get the guys that he wants to get in to do it. So he's going to have to simplify every single thing that he's doing, like Chris mentioned earlier. Yeah. But again, Jackson Arnold, the 5-star recruit coming to Oklahoma next year, big time stud.
Any chance you lose him?
No, I think.
I mean, I'm asking. I'm not saying.
No. He is solid. He is 100% solid on Oklahoma. If anything, you might lose Evers in a year or two if Jackson comes in and starts.
Yeah.
I mean, again, 2 years from now, either one of them will leave because one of them will be the starter.
Yeah.
Because Gabriel is done after next season.
I will say this: OU getting beat by 49 points. OSU winning a good one by 10. OSU fans are talking about OU more than they are talking about their own team.
Yeah, that's a little sad.
Well, isn't that normal, though?
Yeah, but at one point, you got to get past that. You got to start talking about your team.
Well, now, OU fans are talking about replacing their coach.
No, those aren't fans.
Okay.
Those are idiots. Those are idiots. Okay.
Well,
do you not agree with those are idiots who are saying that
complete
stuff?
Idiots.
They're stupid.
But I think you could say the same thing about the OSU fans that are harping on OU.
Well, at least
the real fans
understand. At least if they're OU fans that are calling for Ben Venables' names, at least they're OU fans. Okay, but OSU fans are talking about OU when they need to be talking about their great team that they got in Stillwater.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, you have to get past the point where you stop talking about OU and you think and make your university bigger than that, because you're going to be the big dog in the Big 12 coming here next year or two. Just move on.
How do you feel about and Ronnie, you said off the air they might win a game or two, in your opinion?
They might win one or two more games this year, I think.
Chris, you think they'll get to
two's
500?
I think two's a
I think they
stretch.
can win 2 or 3.
You think they can get to 500?
Yeah.
Yeah. I still think they can get to 500 and get a bowl game, which, all things considered, I think that's, where we're at now. I think most people would take that. I think Brent Venables is a heck of a football coach. He's a great defensive mind. He's a good man. He's doing the right things in Oklahoma. I still think Oklahoma's Oklahoma at the end of the day. I think going to the SEC is the timing's not the best.
John Blake was a great man too.
No. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with all that. But I would rather have Brent Venables than now knowing what we know about Lincoln Riley.
Yes.
I mean, I'd rather have my son playing for Brent Venables than Lincoln Riley right now.
Again, if there's Jenny Carlson wrote a great article about BV being the man at the right spot, right time. If you haven't read it, go read it. It is really, really good.
Yeah.
But Venables talked about on a show, he goes to his players after the Texas loss. He goes, if you want to be here, I want you here. If you don't want to be here, let me know. I'll give you a letter of recommendation. I'll give you to the college that you want to go, and I'll let you go on your way. And he goes into my coaches, same thing. Yep. If you want to be here, I'll love to have you here. And if you don't, if you think you need to move on to something else, let me know. I'll write you a letter of recommendation and we'll get you on the way. But this is Oklahoma football, and I want people who are going to be here. Again, that's what he has to do. He has to change the culture. He's a culture guy. So if you're in, you're in. If you're not, you're out. And he wants you out.
And listen, you recruit kids.
Mccarty kid is the prime example of the kids that he wants.
Yeah, he loves kids like that. But you got to recruit kids that fit the scheme and everything that you want to run. And right now on the defensive side of the ball, you got a lot of kids that aren't built for that three-man front.
Yep.
I mean, you really do. And so I think patience. Venables a great coach, great guy. He bleeds Oklahoma football. I think everybody just be patient.
Yeah.
All you fans, everything will be okay. It's just tough right now because and then, listen, there was no favors given to Oklahoma when they come out and have them after week 3 ranked 6th in the nation.
That was my next point. I was going to talk.
Just unrealistic expectations.
And again, OU lost 60 players after last season, right? 50 to 60 players they lost. And again, a lot of this media's fault because, again, that's one reason why I cannot stand preseason rankings because you don't know how good a team is.
Exactly.
And when OU was ranked up high, and then because you had Joe Klatt talk about OU has a possibility of playing for a national championship. This team's built different, all this stuff. And he's the best in my opinion.
He's great at it. He was just spot off.
And people keep saying this, and then boom, next thing you know, they just get destroyed 3 games in a row. And again, the preseason rankings are biased, and they are only there to help certain teams out. Okay, so
what's that do to the team once they get on the field?
So again, if Alabama played OU when OU was ranked when K-State beat them, right? You'll hear all year long by the media up top, Alabama, they deserve. If there's any kind of controversy, Alabama beat a number 3 Oklahoma team. Well, we found out Oklahoma's no good. So you can't give them the benefit of the doubt of being the 3rd-ranked Oklahoma team like K-State did. You know what I mean? That's why I can't stand preseason rankings.
And Cousin Nate made a great point, not just on this. He had one up here earlier. You lose 3 quarterbacks. He said 41% of the roster. The numbers I've been quoting, they lost 11 kids that either through draft or free agency or in the NFL from last year's team, and they lost another 14 kids in the portal that contributed in some way. Yeah. They lost more kids than that, but they lost 14 that actually played on the field. So you lose 25 kids. I don't care if you're Alabama, Ohio State, Oklahoma State, Michigan. Doesn't matter who you are. You're going to feel that the next year, especially if you don't, when you add to the fact that at least, 50% of the staff or 40% of the staff left as well. You lost your coordinator.
This is all contributed to by the transfer portal too, right? Yep. So if it was way back, it was 6-7 years ago when Lincoln Riley took over, right?
Yeah.
You know, Radler, Williams, Mario Williams, those 5-star players that were Oklahoma last year, they still might be at Oklahoma because they don't have to sit out a year, right?
Let me tell you.
And those are things that happen when there's a coaching change.
How far has Spencer Rattler fell?
Well, he got benched.
He got benched.
Did he really?
He is bent. There is a chance he's going to finish his college career as a backup.
I heard after
Crazy.
I don't know if this is true or not, but after like the second game, I heard the USC fans were chanting, "We want Caleb." So South Carolina students, they're chanting, "We want Caleb."
Yeah, I mean it's a bad. I mean it's a bad. And then you listen. I was going to say he's just a kid, but then I realized he graduated high school in 2017, so he's 23 years old or something like that now. Still young, but you know you walk around with that big energy, right?
Big energy.
And when things go south, you're going to automatically, just if you're an extremely confident young man or young lady in sports, and things don't go your way, people are going to pile on.
Yeah.
I mean it's human nature, but and then listen, my last thing. How can the Jayhawks not be favored against Oklahoma this week? They're ranked in the top 20.
They should be.
That's what Vegas.
Which is what you always tell me. They're the ones that matter. They know.
Yeah, they know something.
They know something. Yeah. So obviously they assume Gabriel's coming back.
Yes. Gabriel.
They assume that Venables is going to simplify the defense.
Kansas might not be without their starting quarterback.
Maybe without their starting quarterback. Of course, they got a kid come back, started 9 games last year for them, and had a great game last week against TCU.
It's still OU Kansas.
Still OU Kansas. So that's all the stuff they look at, right?
But again, they should be. I think they should be favored because if you remember last season, if Caleb Williams don't rip the ball out of his running back hands, KU wins that game in Lawrence last year.
Yeah.
A couple of things. I guess this is Guthrie spot. It says G spot. Guthrie spot here says, I heard OU moved up three spots in next year's recruiting class.
Do what? What? Sorry.
The Guthrie spot.
I love how we can become 13.
Who is that?
Chris doesn't even realize what's got us giggling right now.
Who is this? Who
They
did
moved
that?
up 3 spots in their recruiting class.
Well, who was that from?
G-spot.
Some G-spot.
The Guthrie spot.
Yeah, G-spot.
Right.
Sarah says, what? It's just short for Guthrie.
No, it's
Sure. Yeah.
What's the big
very
deal?
elusive.
It's your chapel.
Who is it? We got.
Oh,
take
go ahead.
Kansas
Go ahead.
in the points.
Okay,
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Sarah says he's lucky that Chubble's lucky he's got golf and doesn't have to watch the game with me.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, since I'll be out of town, if anybody's looking for 2 OU tickets to buy, just hit me up.
Why wouldn't you just give them away to the children?
Guthrie spot
Kids
says
can't go
I'll
on their
take
own.
Kansas in the points.
Huh?
Guthrie spot says I'll take Kansas in the points.
There's a Guthrie spot on there
No,
too?
G-spot.
G-spot. G-spot said they'll take.
That's so Chapel. That's so
That is Chapel.
That's what I said. I said that's chapel.
Everything is Chapel.
No, that's Chapel. The thing with Chapel is, I want to be clear about this, not athletic director John Chapel, not one of the sweetest men I've ever met, Joe Chapel. We're talking about Henri Jeffrey Wayne Chapel.
Now, see, it might not be him. And you're pointing.
No, but it could be. But it could be. Could be. He's crafty. G-spot. G-spot. What do you think the G and the G of Guthrie means?
The Guthrie of Guthrie.
Here we go.
Is this the same person?
Wait a second. Is Chapel both of those people? He's been lying all this time telling us he's in Texas?
You think everything is Chapel.
Okay.
Always assume it's chapel.
Now, wait a second. Have you ever seen a dog that was hit a lot?
No.
Okay. Have you ever been a dog that somebody unfortunately abused?
Yeah, Pepper.
Eventually, somebody gets near a dog, they just cow down because they just assume they're going to get hit. That's how it is with Chapel and I. I just assume he's doing something he shouldn't be doing to me, and I'm usually right.
Tommy says, that's funny. I bet it's not short for Guthrie. Like Gummy? Like Gummy spot?
Gummy spot.
There's a lot of...
Well, I'm trying.
Well, if you're doing it right. I mean, there's a lot of
gummy
potential-
bear.
Right. No, exactly. There's a lot of... You all right?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
I don't know what you guys are giggling about.
Oh, nothing. We're 12.
Guthrie spot?
G-spot.
Sorry. Breaking news. Eric Mccarty just posted on his Twitter. Together as one. OU DNA. Yeah. He's committed to the OU.
Oh, yeah. He's all in.
I got some other things. The OU football team's wearing a different variety of uniforms. Same players, but the uniforms will be different.
What's going to be different about these?
They're gray and red.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Oh, well, I'd like to see that.
You were just on there with McCarty still. If you would actually looked at the pictures, that was it right
He
there.
only saw McCarty.
He's 18. He's an 18-year-old man. I mean,
He's an adult.
yeah, he's an adult. He's doing
So what's
good
going on
things.
in the world? What's the Gummy of Guthrie? Oh, you figured it out. See? Boom.
The
Nailed
Gummy?
it.
What happened?
Nothing.
G of Guthrie said the
still
Gummy of
G-spot.
Guthrie. You figured it out.
That's funny. I bet it's. Yeah.
Would be we got to mention while our crowd is still good, make sure you line up tomorrow, just before 3 o'clock
If you're
on
in the
Wentz.
Guthrie area.
If you're in the Guthrie area,
Yeah. If you're in the Guthrie area.
by Fogarty and
Wentz?
the donut place. Yep. The girls Blue Jays, the softball team, be heading off the state.
Going out to win themselves a state championship.
Yep, they got Tahlequah first game Thursday. So
Tahlequah,
go out
the
and support
3C.
them. Signs, speakers.
What's
what else?
Guthrie
Did they bring?
seeded?
6th seed.
Okay. They can beat Tahlequah.
Yeah,
I mean, who's the favorite going into this?
Piedmont Wildcats.
Well, they've been there and had them on the ropes several times.
They're on the other side of the bracket.
the other side of bracket. They're going to
Well,
face
how
them
cool would it be to face them in the state title?
as long as you win.
Well, I'd love it either way. I mean, it'd
Yeah.
be a great,
Yeah.
great matchup.
For Guthrie, the
Piedmont
next,
won last year too, by the way.
No, I know.
Guthrie's win district titles. Now the next step for softball is to win that first game in the state tournament.
Yeah.
Eventually beat Piedmont as well. If you can do it two in the same year as your state champions.
Yeah.
Of course, Chris gets stars.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate all that.
Hey, make sure we get our cut. 85% of that.
Oh, when did that?
Last week.
There was a board meeting last week. You were present.
You made the rules.
What did HR and sales do this week?
Oh, we did a lot.
You sure did.
Did a lot.
That's awesome.
All production did was get something wrong.
Yeah, can't even get a graphic right on High School Huddle. Yeah. That one was messed up.
That'll be reflected in the next board meeting. We'll have to discuss that. I think that one of the cool. Okay, let me ask you guys this. Okay, I'm switching gears a little bit. All right.
Good.
No more G-spot?
Oh boy, what is the? The thing I like the most is your facial expressions.
Even when I'm not at 100%?
Yeah, because you can tell when you're pondering. What do you think about? And I'm going to go to everybody's favorite topic, politics. There was an individual that left the Democratic Party this week on the national level.
Chelsea
See,
Goldberg.
I don't follow the national quite as well.
Yeah, well, that's my area.
Oh, okay.
Former presidential nominee, or excuse me, candidate. No, yeah,
It's a very good speech.
Democratic Party nominee. Yeah, she's very well spoken. But I think you're going to see that. You're seeing people on the Republican side that are leaving the Republican Party. You're seeing people in the Democratic Party that are leaving the Democratic Party.
Who's leaving the Republican Party?
Oh, there's been people that have left.
Joy Hoffmeister.
Yeah, Joy.
Oh, we didn't want her anyway.
Well,
Who's we?
That's your vote. I mean,
I speak for
still
I speak
America.
for Republicans.
well, not all of them.
All of us.
Really not. How long have you been a?
You vote for Joy? Is that what you're saying?
Huh?
You vote for
I
Joy?
didn't hear that either.
I didn't say that.
Well, go ahead and say it.
Well, some things are.
Aren't you waiting to collect more data, more
Well,
information?
there's debates coming up.
There is one coming
I
up.
know.
Oh, I can't wait to see that one.
I mean, I will say that. Okay, I got a real one for you. How do you guys feel about Governor Stitt not living in the governor's mansion
I don't care.
that the taxpayers just spent $2 million renovating?
We're gonna get taxed by everybody anyway.
Oh, okay.
It's grumpy.
It's grumpy Ronnie. Yeah.
You gotta stop. I mean, what are you gonna do about it? We're gonna go.
So if a Democrat was in office and we spent $2 million to renovate, taxpayers' money to renovate the house, and then they chose to live somewhere else, you'd be okay with that?
we would never known.
No. I'm just asking. Would we be okay with
They
that?
took an investigation to find
seriously
out.
wouldn't care. Don't care.
You don't care.
Do not
Democrat
care.
or Republican?
Do not care.
So that $2 million couldn't have been spent somewhere
Oh,
else?
absolutely it could, but there's nothing we can. What are we gonna do about it?
Well, I mean, you got an election coming up. You can
Okay, well then vote for Joe. Vote for
No, I
Joy
didn't
then.
say that. I'm just, you asked me.
No,
what you can do
I'm
about
saying you can vote for Joy. You if there's what can I do about it? That's what you can do. You can vote for
That doesn't
Joy.
bother you?
No, it doesn't.
You don't think that's waste
No,
of taxpayers'
because
money?
there's so much wasted taxpayer money at state and federal level. We
So
can't.
just everybody can do it?
No, if I have that big a problem, I'll run for office.
Chris?
I have no problem with it.
Yeah. Of spending the money?
Well, there's like a committee or something for the,
Well, now,
the
how
governor's
about,
mention.
how about wanting to build a new one and not disclose who the donors are?
Yeah, that's the
How do you
part.
feel about that? Not disclosing who the donors are.
Don't care.
Don't care.
So, private money
Whatever's influence.
is he?
This is a red state.
If I give Phil If I give real Phil $500, you think he might remember me later for a favor?
He'll never give you $500, Phil.
$5, and I mean, whatever you need.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
$0 has gotten along me a long way.
A long ways.
Yeah.
And you wonder why I've never ran for political office. I'd be in prison like in 6 months. I'd swear in. I'd put up the open for business sign, just kick back and wait for it. No. I mean, I think it's interesting because obviously there's a lot of hit pieces depending on which way you're leaning towards Governor Stitt right now. There's a group that's trying to push out everything they can that's negative.
The tribes have come out for Joy Hoffmeister.
Your guys'
of course.
Your tribes.
Yep.
The two of you, were your tribes part of that?
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you going to write a letter or anything to your tribes? State your disapproval?
It's their opinion.
Their opinion. Okay.
Ain't going to change it.
No, we saw it all coming.
America.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Joy, nobody
I think the tribes and the
you guys know that
teachers
Joy was charged with
charged or convicted.
No, was charged
Okay.
with election. I believe it was election fraud
They're in jail.
at one point. I mean, no, she was, and it was expunged.
Yeah.
But
Because she paid somebody off, right?
but do you think if Kevin Stitt
So-
had been charged, do you think the press would be bringing that up?
Huh?
Do you think if Kevin Stitt had a charge against him, the press would be bringing that up right now?
Absolutely.
Right. So is the media biased or unbiased?
I don't follow state. I don't watch the news.
What do you think?
I don't
Is
watch the
local
news.
media
I do not
biased?
watch 4, 5, or 9 or any of that stuff.
Right. Is the local media biased or unbiased? In this subject.
Yes.
With this
Yeah.
subject.
Yeah. No, I can answer this for you.
Yeah.
No, there's not a whole lot. Now, KFOR, NBC, Oklahoma City, came out with the Stitt deal. And so I think that was slanted a little bit. There was some information that
Yeah.
I thought was good to get out because I think that some of that information was hidden on purpose. And they signed confidentiality agreements not to say anything about this secret money.
Yeah.
So I like that part of there because the governor's always talking about transparency.
Well, and it bothers me when you're not willing to say if it's going to, I mean, it's private money.
For public.
Private money. And I get it. You don't have to disclose
You don't have to, no.
I mean, he's not doing anything.
But when you're the
illegal.
governor.
When you're governor, it's usually, especially if you're barking transparency 24/7, it's good to be transparent.
Well, and none of the representatives want to go on camera or talk about it because of retaliation. They think they might get retaliation from the governor.
Well, and I mean, it's but the press itself has.
I don't think it's really slanted to answer your question.
Has Joy gotten a pass? Do this?
Well, we're in the crucial time.
But up to this point, has she gotten a pass from the press? Have they questioned her about anything?
Well, it's come up before when she was running for state superintendent, and she wasn't convicted of it. So
Correct.
do you bring it back up?
And I'm not. No, that's
No,
not.
I'm asking. Yeah.
No, I don't think you do, and I don't think it's relevant because you can be charged with anything. But people can make accusations about a lot of different things. But I do think it seems that there's a heavy attack on Governor Stitt. And
Well, he's in the comments, so that normally
Joy's
happens on
getting
the
a pass
comments.
right now, and it's primarily through a couple of different organizations. It's the tribes for obvious reasons because he stood up for the state of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Whether you agree with it or not, I thought it was a dumb thing to do. I thought he could have been approached differently.
I agree.
I mean, he could have approached it differently. I didn't necessarily disagree with him asking them to renegotiate.
Correct.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
He represents the state
Both
of Oklahoma.
sides need to work together.
Right, but they need to work together to do that. And I think the way he went about it was not very smart.
And it's not coming back.
Right, and then
I mean, he can.
it's not coming back.
If he wins governor again, it's going to be back and forth with them for the next 4
Right,
years.
and then the other part is obviously the teachers union is very strongly, and I had somebody ask me this question. They said, well, if public school's broken, which is what we hear all the time, right?
Yeah, we do.
Joy's been the leader of Oklahoma Public School for how long?
8 years.
And if it's still broken after 8 years, what does that qualify her then to be the governor?
Yeah, no.
I mean, so
Would she make changes if she had that power as governor?
Right.
It wouldn't be that.
I don't know, but
I don't know either.
But the governor also doesn't have
Absolute power.
They can't have absolute power. They
Right.
can't go out and make anything happen on their own. I mean,
Well,
so-
the legislature did give the governor a whole lot of power. I mean, he
Did?
can put, he appoints a parole and pardon, and they're all
Yeah.
the governor's people. And so he has a lot more power now. I kind of like the checks and balances of it all. It's still a red state. Kevin Stitt will be a huge favorite in that in that deal. All states when you come out to it are all red. But your Oklahoma County, your Cleveland County, your Payne County, your Muskogee County, and we've seen it already. Oklahoma County usually selects their DAs as Democrats. They have in the past with David Prater. We've seen Kendra Horn sneak in there a little bit. So I think Kevin Stitt's still a favorite in that, but I think Joy will get all the Democrat vote, obviously, and I think she'll draw some moderate Republicans. But I think Kevin Stitt still, and I've seen all the polls. And
I don't believe any polls.
I don't believe them either.
I don't. I quit believing polls in 2016.
Yeah.
I really did.
Because those can be really slanted.
Oh, yeah, depending on who
on
they're
both
talking
sides.
to. Yeah. And I think the thing for me that's interesting is if public school's broken and we don't try anything different ever, and I'm not talking about the quality of education, the quality of our educators or administrators, but the public school system, if it's broken, do we just keep doing it the same way we've always done it? Listen, I'm not saying I got an answer. I'm just saying that's an obvious question. If it's truly been broken for all these years, how do you fix it?
Yeah.
We got a state superintendent election coming up too, right?
Okay, state superintendent election. You got one guy who's not real popular with the teachers and administrators around the state because of his position on and this is what hurts Governor Stitt with that.
Well, it's his appointee. Yeah,
it's his appointee, and they believe in school choice is what they call it. Then you have the other candidate, and I can't remember her name right now.
Jenna Nelson.
Jenna Nelson. You go back and read her position on some very hot topics right now, whether it's critical race theory or some things regarding gender in the state of Oklahoma. Is not going to read very well. And so, and the other thing that I've heard people say is, well, when Walters was running in the primary, it was all about his lack of qualifications and his lack of all this stuff. And then you find out that the individual running now doesn't, I know she was teacher of the year, right? But she's alternatively certified, not a formally trained. Now, my wife was alternatively certified. So me personally, I don't think that has a lot of bearing, but it really comes back to, I think I've talked to people who will tell me that they disagree with critical race theory. They disagree with a lot of the stuff regarding gender, right? And the school's role in those conversations. But then they'll also say there's no way in hell they're going to vote for Walters.
Yeah.
So it's a tough place to be. So, we'll see what happens. I think the Walters race is going to be a whole lot closer than the governor's race when it comes down to it.
And a lot of that's going to be voting against someone they don't like, and that's not necessarily what they want to feel. But so we always hear how education is not right in Oklahoma and all that good stuff. So and everyone just assumes with what the Walters election win, his plans comes in and automatically fixes it.
No.
Weapons, could it get worse?
Sure.
I don't know if it could. I don't know.
No, it could. It could.
Doesn't mean it will. And it could be a whole lot better, too. They're 47, 48, 49, 50, whatever it is.
Yeah, and Gina Bean said Walters was a teacher. Yeah, I wasn't saying he wasn't a teacher. The argument in the primary was that he had no administrator experience. They were trying to make that a big deal about having no administrator experience. And I don't believe the Democratic candidate has administrator experience.
I don't think so
right now. And so it's and that's just politics. We all get that. But just being a teacher doesn't qualify one to be a super. Absolutely.
Let me play the other side of it on the governor's side.
Yeah.
Obviously, Stitt and the tribes are not getting along.
They're not now.
Stitt and the teachers.
It's usually not good to lead with a lawsuit if you want to get along with somebody.
Yeah.
As a general rule.
Would Joy be able to work with everybody better? Or will there be another group that Joy doesn't get along with? We're mentioning tribes and teachers. If Joy were to elect it, maybe she doesn't get along with I don't know.
Was Joy a Republican or a Democrat before?
She was a Republican, switched to Democrat.
So is she doing this just to get a seat?
Well, there's some people that feel that way.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
I'm somewhat skeptical of people that change parties.
Yeah.
Which it happens.
It happens all the time. It's not just, I'm not running for anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I absolutely switched from independent to Republican to support Colin Dewell in this last election. I'd do it again tomorrow. But my point is if you're running for an office, I think that has a whole different feel.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with her doing it. It's perfectly allowed. Trump was a Democrat for 90% of his life, and then overnight became a Republican. And I know a lot of people that would shoot me for saying anything negative about Donald Trump. But I think,
in his defense,
I think that's
Democratic Party.
also.
When he was a Democrat, it's a completely different Democratic Party than it was when he was a Democrat.
When did he leave the Democratic Party?
I don't know that information. I imagine during the Obama administration.
Let me effort that real quick. I think you'll find
before the presidential election.
I was just making a point. I mean to get off topic like we were just talking about.
No, it's not off topic, because I think the point is that you can't. To me, Kevin Stitt has always been a registered Republican.
When he didn't vote. I mean, he was registered, but he never got out and vote.
Okay.
I know.
I know, but that's a problem.
I'm trying to be fair and balanced for both sides.
That's a problem. But I think there's a big difference between being one thing for the majority of your life, and then all of a sudden there's an election you want to win, so you jump on the other side.
There has to be a strategy in her mind, there has to be a strategy for that. I don't know why not go up against
the teachers. I think it's all about the teachers, the groundswell.
Is that
support.
enough to win a governor election, though?
That remains to be seen. We don't know that.
I don't think so, because again, Walters, on the Republican side, the Republican ticket, he won that pretty easily, right? So not enough teachers came out and voted against him.
Yes. Now, just to prove Ronnie's point, I do not know.
I don't know if would it be public record?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I registered a Republican in Manhattan in 87, switched to the Reform Party in 99, the Democratic Party in 2001, and then back to the Republican Party in 2009.
When Obama was elected, yeah.
So he's a swinger.
Oh, the Guthrie spot.
The G spot.
He's a swinger. Yeah.
By the way, I know who the Guthrie spot is.
Who is it? Tell us?
I'm going to turn the air down. Or up.
And then you're going to tell us?
When we end the show,
what about on the air?
Hold on.
What? Oh, he's scared of him.
No.
Let's see. Did we get any? Oh, you got private text, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's not Chappell then.
This is your chance to apologize to Mr. Chappell.
Not apologize to Mr. Chappell, because he may have had somebody else text you claiming that it was them when it's really him.
Oh, yeah. It's deeper than that.
Oh, yeah.
Gina Bean, she's my political person. She's into it all the time.
What did Jenna say? What did Miss Jenna say?
Miss Jenna says, if she collects funds from Republicans to run on the ticket, then change parties, is that honest? If she collects funds from Republicans to run on the ticket, then change parties, is that honest?
No.
Well, I don't think so.
No.
I mean, I just think there's, I think that, to me, it's what we're dealing with. It's not just here, not just this race. Politics is just disgusting anymore. I mean, there's just no sense of honor whatsoever in politics anymore, in my opinion.
G.F. Guthrie says, Walter scares me.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's a common thought. I mean, a lot of people feel that way. And I'm, and you and I have had this conversation. You and I usually agree politically, probably 9 times out of 10, right?
Yeah.
But you and I have different point of views on a couple things.
And we have a friend that says, when I say I'm undecided, I truly am on this deal, because you know what you get, especially from Republican, but if the Democrat has something aggressive like they have in other parts of the country, we don't want that.
Right.
So I'll have to listen to see Joy and this other teacher with all this CRT and all that good stuff. I mean, she's
on record with it.
If she's way left, I don't like way left, and I don't like way right.
Exactly.
They both drive me crazy, and I got to decide which one's better for me.
Yeah, and that's what everybody should ultimately do.
I hope so. Yeah.
But I think the school superintendent race is going to be very close. I think Walters is going to win, but I think it's going to be very close. And I think the governor race, while everybody's trying to make it close right now, I think when it all flushes out, I think Kevin Stitt will win re-election by a good margin. I used to say over 60%. I don't know if that's still true or not, but I think that he will win by a large margin when it comes down. And if nothing else, based purely on the fact that there's a whole lot more registered Republicans than there are Democrats.
Correct.
In the state of Oklahoma. And so, we'll see.
Which makes it interesting because I think Joy will get all the tribe votes.
Oh.
Not all. Majority of the tribe votes. She'll get majority of the teacher votes. And is that enough to make it 58-42, 55-45?
And I think the debate that's going to occur between those two is
that's on the 19th. I think a week from today, I believe.
It's going to go a long ways to deciding, I think, for a lot of people. They're going to wait, see the debate, make their decision. So
yeah, it's just way left and way right.
Yep.
It just gets
it's ugly on both sides.
Yeah, you have to pick. At least are the two evils. And
Kim Burgess says Walters is completely unqualified, and this is what I'm saying. And I love me some Kim Burgess, but what does that mean? Completely unqualified. What makes the other person more qualified? And I'm not saying she's not, and I'm not saying he isn't completely unqualified. I'm always curious to know, what are people basing that on, right? Is it a single issue? Is it a single position? Is it
a certificate?
Is it a certificate? Is it because he's an arrogant little jerk?
He's the Secretary of Education, that's a good resume.
He's the Secretary of Education right now, so I don't know how he's...
Whether you like him or not.
Whether you like him or not. And I'm not saying that he's not completely unqualified, because I don't know if he is or he isn't at this point.
I know none of those four have been to Guthrie yet, so that
not one of them.
That plays a factor for me,
not
too.
one of them,
Right in, my name.
Yeah, and what we've always said, Chris, is we're typically in politics where things get done is when people come collectively and come to a consensus and put partisanship aside and actually look at what's best for the people that both sides are supposed to serve, which are the people of the state or the nation.
Yeah,
and we don't do that very often.
In the end, both parties have to work together to make anything work. Absolutely, and that's where who will work to, because the governor always says working for all 4 million Oklahomans, says it all the time, but right now he's really not. To be honest with you,
he's working for his voters right now.
Well, I will tell you this, and I'll tell you this.
Not that Joy will. I get that, but it's not. You're not. No, you're not.
I'll tell you this,
and you can't do that. I get that, and I voted for Kevin Stitt. Every time he's been on the ballot, I have voted for him. I've interviewed him. We've had a good. Yeah. He's been great to me. His people have been good to me.
Staff have been good.
He's hey, where's that guy from Guthrie? We can do an interview. Was at the 89 ago. So I'm just.
They weren't talking about me.
Yes. Yeah.
I went home and they called me. Hey, the governor would like.
He ran home, put a suit jacket.
No,
on.
I didn't. I said I'm coming as I was.
He becomes a completely different person when it's political.
Oh yeah,
it's ridiculous. Absolutely.
I try to be fair
and balanced.
Yeah.
So here, and this is. I'm not going to read this. I don't know if Jenna wants me to read it, so I'm not going to. If you want to see what she says,
put it on there. It's public, right?
Well, yeah, but I think there's
no Gina. If she put it on there, she doesn't mind at all.
Okay.
She's had many good conversations.
Okay, so she says Walters is the only one assisting to remove the filthy books donated by private organizations that sneak their way onto the shelves in the name of money. When he called for transparency, I completely support it. And I think you've got two candidates that are kind of lightning rods that are going against each other, because there's a lot of people that say the other individual's position on gender education and how the schools are supposed to handle that. I can tell you, I don't support that for a third grader, a fourth grader, a second grader, a fifth grader. I mean, I don't personally. And so, I would have a hard time voting for him.
See, this is the perfect example. I totally agree with that. I completely agree with Walters on that. But he has to mock and go after people and call them names.
And that's where the arrogance
starts going after. That's the part that drives me absolutely.
That's where the arrogance
and that's
comes
both
in.
sides. But that's the part that I just, the governor goes after, and it's a Republican Democrat thing. I get it, but do you have?
I think there's. Listen,
be good about it. I don't know if it's going to get extra votes or not. People are probably going to vote the way they're going to vote.
You guys like to tease me about being older, And
Phil.
In this case, so being older allows me to remember a time when politicians has always been tough. It's always been tough politically, but at the end of the day, they would also hold themselves out in a professional manner.
Correct.
And here recently, over the last several years, we haven't seen that at the national level, at the state level, at the local level.
Something goes a little weird, you have to start calling people names.
Extreme as all get out, and that drives me bonkers. It's one thing for us to get on here and joke around and have fun and cut up. If you're an elected official, have some.
When you're working for all 4 million Oklahomans.
Right. Have some sense of professionalism in things you do. So.
Scott Russell, got to visit with him, a week or so, 2 weeks ago.
I met Scott.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. Great guy.
Yeah. Very nice guy. Proud veteran.
Yes, absolutely.
Marine.
Absolutely.
Yep.
He says, I moved from a deep blue state to a deep red one. The only thing in common between the two of us is the press. Local press is as slanted, and then I lose track of what he says after that. But, I don't think it's there. It's definitely there in Oklahoma. It's not as bad nationally, and it depends what. And that's why I follow a whole bunch of different ones so I can kind of read between the lines and all that good stuff. Yeah. But I think for the most part, there's some good groups out there. There are some slanted ones out there for sure.
No doubt. Okay, that's my contribution. Ronnie, what do you got? See if Ronnie has anything. I think he does.
McGinnis?
We talked about that. Chris, got anything?
2 hours ago. No, I think
that's it.
I think that's unless there's something out there that we're missing.
What are we going to talk about, fellas and women?
We got a few more minutes left.
Yep. You got something you want us to bring
up? Get them in.
Let us know.
This would be a cool part to have. A man in Florida was arrested today, but I don't have that story.
G-Spot says, politics so dirty, I need to shower after I talk about it.
That's true.
Man, got 3 words for you. Made in America.
2 words. 2 words for you. Made in America.
Well, President said it. Why can I?
Well, he said 2 words. He said, I got 2 words for you. Made in America.
Yeah, 3 words.
Bless his heart.
Bless his heart.
It's really to the point where it's really sad.
That's a real thing.
I hope I'm making mistakes like that when I'm 80. I mean, it's just, gosh, Lee.
No, I did see that.
That's bad.
I don't want to go back to this because I didn't see his question. Gia Guthrie says, we support common sense. So Gia Guthrie's a teacher. Gummy of Guthrie, you figured it out. Okay, haha. Okay. Cody Knox, okay. We support common sense. It doesn't have to be a red state. Gia Guthrie, I think you start by asking the teachers what they need to make improvements.
That's always a big thing. Again, people, when I was in management and people would come to me and they'd be like, this is terrible. This is not going right. We need to do something else.
What do you think we should do?
Okay. What are your ideas?
Yeah.
And they sit there and they'll have a single word to say. Okay. Get out of my office. Do never do that again unless you come back with something that we can actually talk about and we can discuss.
Yeah.
Did you say get out of my office like that?
Absolutely.
Would you like to?
No. Get out of my office. Boss.
Is authority figure.
I learned it from Kent.
Yeah.
G.F. Guthrie says, how about the weather?
Oh, it's going to get down to the 30s next week.
Ain't that a common ground? Like when you
the weather?
No, you like go up to somebody, hey, how you doing? And you're like, boy, the weather sure is turned. Ain't that funny how it's always? And why do weather people get like 10 minutes of the weather of the news time?
That's true.
It's going to be 97 degrees 5 days in a row. We know.
Less Lacy in the morning?
Oh,
I want more Lacy in the morning. She is an incredibly talented young lady.
What are we talking about?
Mother of 2.
Mother of 2, outdoors lady, outdoors person, Oklahoman.
We're not talking about weather no more?
Well,
I'm an Oklahoman.
Lacy, I mean, she's
Who's Lacy? Lacy who? I know a lot.
G.F. Guthrie, we love Lacy.
I came back.
Everybody loves Lacy.
I came back and I've met like 6 Lacys since I've been back home.
She's a News 9 meteorologist.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't know who she is. I don't watch.
The meteorologist.
I do not watch 4, 5, or 9.
Weather lady.
Meteorologist.
The weather lady.
Yeah, I don't watch the local news.
Yeah.
I don't watch it as much. I don't watch.
There's nothing good on it. I mean, we can't talk about anything good no more.
In the news?
It's all bad. Everything's negative. So
yeah,
I'm already a negative person. I don't want more negativity on me.
A little bit. It seems like everybody's.
Phil, are you a positive or negative? No, you're.
It depends on the subject.
It depends on the subject. Yeah,
it does.
He's negative.
No, I'm not. It completely depends on the subject. We're talking about kids. Do you think I'm negative with kids?
No, 6 o'clock. You're pretty negative.
Do you think I'm negative with kids?
Well, no.
Okay. Do you think I'm negative with my friends?
Yes.
I didn't say you. I said my friends. He can't follow along at all now. Does Miss Sarah think I'm negative?
I can't speak for her.
You know the answer.
I can't speak for her.
What was the question?
If Miss Sarah thought I was a negative person.
I can't speak
Well, you
for
know
her.
me about as well as anybody in town. Am I generally a negative or a positive person?
Does Sam think he's negative?
No.
No. She thinks I'm an idiot. She doesn't think I'm negative. I mean, right? I mean, fair balance.
No. Yeah, we got that text. We got that text.
No, you're an idiot.
We got that.
Well,
you had
idiot moments.
Yeah,
idiot moments. Yeah.
Why would you let those two idiots blindfold you?
Well, it's idiot moments.
Yeah, it is
it's idiot moments. And she would be correct.
And she's 100% correct. We are idiots at times.
In moments, we have pockets of clarity and good decision making.
T. Fred says it's almost been a year since you guys went to the buffet in Woodward. I mean, T. Fred is like
He remembers
still trapped
everything.
mind, man.
Oh, the
Mazio's Pizza?
never again in my life. Oh, ranch dressing. I haven't looked at the same since then.
Never seen so much ranch dressing on
That
somebody's
was
hands and
terrible.
face.
Face.
Hey, here's another thing.
Arms, clothes, the table. It was just everywhere.
A great viewer and someone I listen to close on this kind of stuff. Talking about straight ballot party, straight ballot.
Oh, straight Republican, straight Democrat?
That could be the difference in who wins that one too. But
My grandpa was that way.
it's straight.
Didn't matter. You could have trotted out.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yep. Didn't matter. I mean, it did not matter.
I couldn't imagine doing that.
Did you watch the Dahmer show?
I didn't watch.
Yes.
I watched the tapes, the lost tapes.
Okay.
I watched it yesterday. I watched all of it yesterday, last night.
Do you remember?
No. You watched the Lost tapes. You didn't watch the actual Netflix
The
series.
lost tapes. It was on Netflix.
Yeah, but there's another actual show.
There's an actual
Correct.
show.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so you remember last week?
I watched them both.
I think last week we asked this, and I said I would never watch it.
You watched it.
Never made it to about 11:30 Wednesday night last night. Because I'm sitting there going, why is everybody talking about this? And I watched the show, the Netflix show, and
Is that the recording one that I watched?
no, I watched some of that. I watched some of that also.
This is a 10-episode series on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Oh no, I was 3 and done.
Yeah.
I wanted the fact. I was a news guy. I was wanting the facts.
Well, but I'll tell you what, the Netflix show was pretty damn fast.
I didn't want to
Pretty
go
good.
through when he was 4 years old and all that
Well,
stuff. I just wanted to.
That's
All
what-
you
that's
got to
what-
remember
That's
is
where it all started.
he was.
I know, and they in the lost tapes they touch on that.
Yes. Now, do you? I was. I don't know if you guys do this. When I watch documentaries, especially if it's somebody I'm not real familiar with, I had a real desire to learn more about his dad and his mom, right?
Yeah.
His dad character in the Netflix series was a very prominent, character in the show. His mom was somewhat, of course, she left when he was, and it didn't portray her in the greatest light. It didn't portray
Yeah,
him in the greatest light. But
because watching the tapes that Chris watched, it seemed like there was like Netflix maybe wasn't all completely honest about the way the parents were.
Yeah.
Because the tapes kind of gave me a different story about the two.
yeah,
But I always knew about Dahmer growing up. I didn't know any facts or anything like that because, again, we had YouTube growing up. And then once we got YouTube, I never thought about it because, it didn't care. But once this came out, I was like, oh, crap, I need to watch it because I want to know the facts about this thing. And it's absolutely – because Netflix show leaves out a lot of stuff.
a lot of stuff.
I mean, this dude's eating hearts. They didn't mention that in the show, in the actual show.
We fried one up.
No, that wasn't a heart. That was like a liver or something.
Oh, excuse
no,
me.
this guy was eating hearts. I mean, eating hearts and I mean, it was
10 pounds.
Oh.
He said he ate 10 pounds.
yeah, and just wanted to be a part of me.
And it's also the failure based on the real life in the show. It also says a lot about the failure to believe citizens and to follow up on report. I mean,
it's sad, bad deal.
Because at least one young man would have been alive, and it's a horrible situation.
And how do you drill in someone's into their brain and they're not bleeding? You don't see any. That was
I mean, it's just
the fluid in there, but he should have got caught like 85
million
times.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think a part of him wanted to get caught.
There's no doubt about that.
Because I think he was looking for a way out. I mean, in the show, they talked about where he even tried to talk to his dad after his first victim. Remember? When they were saying,
and the dad changed his mind.
He said, I know I've done things that I need to talk to you about.
He was about to spew it out to him.
And his dad said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get you in Ohio State.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah.
Oh, okay, we'll go to Ohio State. I mean, so there was a lot of
perfect place
opportunities,
for
a lot
him.
of failures there. A lot of
They
failures.
toward the end of that one that I watched last night, the jury found him guilty and he was sane.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
well, this guy did this, and this. How is he not insane?
Yeah.
Well,
Medically,
Yeah, I think anybody that kills somebody by definition, you have to be crazy to kill someone. But obviously, to your point, the legal definition of insanity. But
Do you think he was insane?
1,000%. I think he was a tormented,
Yeah.
100% tormented soul.
But he knew what he was doing.
knew what he was
He knew
doing.
what
That
he
was the
was
thing.
doing.
He's
Yeah.
absolutely crazy, but he knew exactly what he was
knew what he
doing
was doing.
because he could have turned himself in and he could have
Right.
said stuff.
Right. And he asked.
He could have
several-
stopped. He stopped for several years, 9 years
9
or
years.
so.
Yeah, 78 to 87.
And then he asked at one point to, early on after he was arrested, he said, "Do you think they'll just go ahead and give me the electric chair?" I mean, he wanted to
Yeah.
die. Now, he got his wish a couple years after he was.
Not the way he wanted it, though.
1994. Ain't it weird? The first time he killed someone was the dumbbell,
Yeah.
and then he got killed with the
it,
dumbbell.
Yeah.
Of course, some of us call that justice. I mean, because even though there's no doubt, I think he was a sick, individual, and there was a lot of, at the end of the day, you always go back to those 17 souls that they know of that he not only murdered but then mutilated
And carried it on.
and carried it. I mean, so just horrific thing.
Having barrels in his house.
Well, that's all I
pictures
got. It's something
everywhere.
positive to end on like that, Chris. So I don't know if you got anything else you'd like to talk about.
Guthrie
or-
football tomorrow, Thursday night
Guthrie football tomorrow, Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday
At the
night
Rock.
football.
at the Rock.
Yep.
I'll rest on Friday and get ready for Reba McIntyre
On Saturday.
on Saturday.
I got church revival Saturday.
Yes, of course.
Ronnie's got alumni
Cali
golf
County
on Saturday.
Golf. Cali County Baseball Golf Reunion.
And real quick before we go, OU, KU, give me a prediction.
OU by 10.
Okay.
KU with last second field goal.
KU less. I think KU wins the game. I don't think it's a blowout by any means, but I think KU wins the game. I think OU's got real problems right now.
Yeah, we discussed that already.
But I just wanted to say it one more time.
Well, we don't got to bring it up again.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You like to
Looking
bring
for
up-
2 OU tickets. Hit me up.
for free.
No.
Oh.
No. I'm a season ticket holder. I got to pay for them.
Not supporting the kids.
Real quick, the Open Mic podcast and Guthrie News Page podcast should be joining the High School Huddle podcast here very soon on probably sometime early this morning on iHeartRadio. If you have the iHeartRadio app and you like the podcast there, these podcasts will be on there along with Spotify and Google and Apple and all that good stuff. So, so we got a new platform.
Yep.
If you're into iHeartRadio, I don't have that. I think I did at one time.
No,
No, I don't.
not a fan of it.
So where do you get your podcast from, Phil?
YouTube.
Audio.
Oh, audio pocket. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Audio.
Probably Apple.
Apple.
Yeah.
Ronnie.
Spotify.
Really?
How about you?
Apple.
Apple. Yeah.
And
I don't even know. I don't even know where the Apple podcast button is at on my phone.
and by far the people who listen to the podcast, it's by far Apple is the
Yeah.
biggest one as far as our podcast that we have. So,
Make sure
but all right, that'll do it. Appreciate everybody checking us out. A great crowd on our YouTube feed.
Appreciate that.
It got bigger and bigger as we went on.
Yep,
So big
yep.
thank you to that. We'll have these uploaded sometime soon on the podcast page. Of course, if you want to watch any of the replays, it's on all the podcast platforms. It's on Second Banana Media YouTube. That's the easiest way to find it. And a lot of people catch the replays. More people catch the replays than do live. So we appreciate it. Continues to get bigger and bigger and all that good stuff.
Glad you. That's the quote of the night. That's the quote of the night. Let's end it at that. That's awesome. I love it.
Ronnie, Phil, Chris. See you next time.
Thanks for tuning in to the Open Mic Podcast. Join us each week from inside the Second Banana Media Studios located in beautiful downtown Guthrie. Catch our shows on Facebook and YouTube and also on Apple, Google, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Until next time, so long from Guthrie, America.